Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ang papuri kay Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ang siyang tunay at nag-iisang Diyos sa dapat sambahin. Naway kanyang pagpapala, kapayapaan, pagpugay mapa sa ating mahal na propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mga kapatid Islam, kasama po natin ngayon ang aking kaibigan na si Ibrahim. Siya po ay mula sa Africa at siya po ay nakapagtapos mag-aral dito sa Perpetual University, Las Piñas City. Ang kanyang kurso ay Marine Transportation. At sa pagkakataon na ito ay meron akong itatanong sa kanya tungkol po sa tradisyon, lalong-lalo na bilang isang African at lalong-lalo na bilang isang Muslim. Tara na po at samahan niyo ako. Okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Okay, mashallah. Before anything else, I have a few questions for you. And let's start with this one. What can you say about the different traditions and customs that we have today all over the world, especially as a Muslim?
Well, thank you for asking me this important question. Let me start by saying that Islam is a religion that encourages its followers to learn and understand their traditions and customs. So as Muslims, it is important for us to understand our ways of life. Again, we also need to understand that in Islam, we are again encouraged to follow the tradition and lifestyle of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he is our guidance. He is the one that we follow in terms of religion, his sunnah, his ways of life. So I do not encounter so much problem living in the Philippines, especially as a Muslim. And of course, being a Muslim, first of all, I introduce myself to most of the Muslim community here within my own subdivision, that is in your area.
Yeah.
Though we don't live in the same subdivision, but we are very close, right?
Yeah, it's near from my area.
Yeah. So when I first arrived in the area, because already before I came to the Philippines, in our tradition, our parents always encourage us to try to go into Muslim community to whenever we found ourselves in a community that we are not we are visiting, or we are visitors of that community. We have to go as a guest to the nearest mosque and inform the Muslim community and try to associate and introduce ourselves, so that they will be able to know us as people, as individuals, because we know it's part of the sunnah as well. If you are living anywhere as a Muslim, you have to know if there are Muslim. If there is no Muslim, you can also as well introduce yourself to the non-Muslims near you. It's important that you do that, because of sickness, life and death is not a guarantee for anyone.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Okay.
And talking about the culture, the tradition, I mean in the Philippines, well, I do not encounter so much problem, because I find everything normal here.
Yeah,
And I have been living peacefully since I came.
Yeah.
I do not have any issue, and you know me for over now, let's say 3 to 4 years, right?
Okay, yeah. So the second question here is that you as an African and me as a Filipino, what can you say about the different tradition and customs that we have, especially as a Muslim?
Well, I will say that as a Muslim, as Muslims in general, we do not have difference as Muslims.
Yeah.
But our distinct tradition and custom may differ in certain ways.
Yeah.
But that does not affect our belief in any way.
Yeah.
So we might have different opinion on different issues of life.
Yeah.
That has to do with our daily activities.
And and also we have different customs and traditions.
Yes, that to say the least. Yes, it include our customs and tradition, but nonetheless it does not affect our faith, our belief as Muslims, because we Muslims, we are binded by one tradition, by one tradition, which is the tradition of the Prophet of Islam.
Yeah. So as Muslims, that is the best traditions that we have to follow.
Yes.
The tradition of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
Yes,
wasallam.
as Muslims, every Muslim is expected to do that, and it is mandatory for every Muslim to follow the teaching of
Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so thank you for answering my questions. Ang pinag-uusapan po namin ay tungkol po sa kultura, custom at tradisyon ng bawat isa sa atin. So, alam ho natin mga kapatid Islam, dito sa buong mundo ay meron tayong kani-kanilang tradisyon, custom, kultura. Ngunit, ang ini-encourage ng Islam sa atin ay sundin natin ang tradisyon, kultura ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ang sunna ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, hindi po ako pupunta sa malawak na paliwanag, ngunit ang ibigay natin na halimbawa mga kapatid ay dito lang sa Pilipinas. Dito sa Pilipinas mga kapatid, sa mga tribo ng mga Muslim, meron tayong, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, ay more than 10 tribes ang meron tayo bilang isang Muslim. May Maranao, may Tausug, may Yakan, at iba pang mga tribo. So ang bawat tribo dito sa mga natatanging grupo ng mga Muslim ay meron silang kani-kanilang tradisyon at kultura. Minsan, sa mga tao na masyado nilang pinapairal sa kanilang pamumuhay, sa kanilang sarili, ang tradisyon nila ay ito ay nagdudulot ng diskriminasyon sa pagitan ng mga tribo. Halimbawa, kung si Maranao at ni Maguindanon, kung ang susundin ni Maranao ang kanyang tradisyon ay hindi sila magkasundo ni Maguindanon. Bakit? Kasi magkaiba sila ng tradisyon at kultura na kanilang kinamulatan. Gayon din si Tausug at Yakan. Kung ang sundin nila sa bawat isa sa kanila ay kanilang tradisyon at kultura, ay talagang hindi sila magkakasundo. Bakit? Meron silang kanilang tradisyon at kultura. Ngunit sa pananampalatayang Islam, ini-encourage tayo ng pananampalatayang Islam na sundin natin ang nag-isang tradisyon at kultura ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ang pamamaraan ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dahil kapag ang bawat isa sa atin mga kapatid Islam ang sinunod natin ang tradisyon ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tayo ay matipon-tipon sa isang pamamaraan. Wala tayong mahanap na contradiction. Wala tayong mahanap na diskriminasyon. Kahit anong kulay mo, kahit ikaw ay galing sa Africa, kahit ikaw ay galing sa US, kahit ikaw ay galing sa China, kung ang tradisyon na sinusunod mo ay ang tradisyon ni Propeta Muhammad, ang ibig sabihin ang kanyang sunna ay tayo ay nag-iisa sa isang daan, sa dinaanan ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. At nawa igawad sa atin ni Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ang pagmamahal natin sa bawat isa sa atin, at higit sa lahat, kung anuman ang tradisyon o kultura na kinamulatan natin, irespeto natin, subalit mas mainam sa atin na ang pairalin natin ang tradisyon ni Propeta Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.